All right, so we got all the parts here and we already started taking apart the car. So that was a lot of parts. Thank you to you guys for helping me bring all this stuff over here. So we have swap kit here. We got coilovers here. This is angle kit right here. So box and box.
I'll bring you the radiator tomorrow.
This is some more part of the angle kit. So this can go over there. And then this is a brake kit.
That's all suspension shit. Calipers, rotors. Everything.
So this is for brakes. And then these are the, I don't know how to pronounce these, but these are the big version of the OEM Infinity G37 brakes. So they start with an A, but that's all I know. So
That's the actual brand.
yeah, or what they call them, the big brake kit. These come on G37s, I believe. It's been a long time since I've done my research on this stuff. And then we got new OEM hubs and stuff like that, since these ones are rusted to shit. So we got new fucking
Now it spins. Fuck.
bearings and hubs. So we are getting to work, popping all these off, because all of this whole thing right here is gonna get replaced. So, and then while it's all off, we can give it a nice clean while we're in there. And
Where are the mounts for the 2J at?
they're in the swap kit, I believe. You know, that's why I said we should go through there just to see what we have.
Yeah.
You know, just so it's in our minds. All right, yeah, so we're just gonna jump on suspension. I'm sure no one's gonna wanna watch us take this stuff apart, so we'll just probably check back in with a before and an after about how it looks. So a before, let's get all this good stuff right here. So we're gonna get it all cleaned up and make it look nice and presentable. So this is a before of this side, and then should be pretty much the same for this side. But yeah, we're gonna get to work. You can get to work on the rear if you want. I don't know what goes on back there, but oh, coils, you know? Sick, dude. That way we can all almost get a side, get her busted out.
That diff's gone, I'm telling you. I don't know where it went.
Dude, no, that's a 1,000 wheel horsepower diff supposedly.
Yeah.
We're gonna test that.
Yeah.
It's not
I hope so.
not in the beginning, but soon.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna check back in. All right, so we got upper control arms right here. So these are getting all built and set up. And then we got the lower control arms down here. These are all set up and ready to go, I think, right?
Yeah. Getting there.
And these are getting all nice and clean up for the new bearings. Holy shiny.
Just the wire wheel.
And you've been knocking shit out too?
Yep. One thing at a time. This thing's dripping on me.
Busting out the coils right now. There you go, bud. Woo. Holy journeyman. Oh man. Custom coilovers, huh? Build specialist. Warranty, huh? Yeah, these already look nice, huh? Sheesh. Oh man, this car's gonna change so much so fast.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
What? Oh,
They're for dampeners.
Yeah.
But since the shocks in the trunk are hard to get to, they make extensions so that you can get to them. You know.
oh man. Thank you, BC.
You know, we got more cars that can use those.
Oh yeah, those are nice, huh?
Yep.
So first test drive in 1 week, right? Just kidding.
You better get back to work. Yeah.
Get back to work. Here, you want the knife? There you go. Oh, it didn't open all the way. Dude, easy. Holy excited. Oh yeah, look at the coilover right there. It's the first time ever messing with a rear-wheel drive car, so all this stuff's brand new to me, so I'm learning the whole way.
Those must be the rears. So I didn't
Oh yeah, those are the rears for sure.
I didn't even need to open that yet, but that's okay.
You just got excited.
Might as well show it off.
Yeah,
So
look at that. Holy bling.
Sick.
Oh yeah. I can't wait.
Well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit.
Here's the front one.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah. Not too bad, huh? Nissan. Woo.
Nice.
No zoom.
No zoom. Sheesh. Hey. Oops.
Angry.
Hang down.
Okay, so with some calculations and thanks to Google, I was able to convert these measurements over to inches. So basically I went to OEM length for now, and we can just adjust it when it's on the car. But the first measurement from the first sleeve, because these arms have 2 sleeves, so for the first sleeve, I went 1 inch and 5/16, which is approximately 32.5 millimeters. And then from this top sleeve to this spherical bushing, I think, that's 90.6 millimeters. So that equals 3.5 inches. So I'm just getting everything set up with the tape measure and just kind of learning as I go. But we got one side kind of set up so we can see how it looks. Definitely a lot cleaner in here. So we got the top plate, the whatever this is called, the top control arm. We got that spaced out to factory spec, and we can always add or take out spacers to move the caster either forward or reverse, but we don't know enough about caster, so we're just gonna set it up pretty much all OEM for now, and then we're gonna lower the car, and then we're gonna make adjustments from there and then space it out and kind of just go from there, I guess. Getting this arm stripped down, got all the arms popped off. This is super rusty, so here's a kind of a before of how these hubs look, and here's a after. Fresh bearing on here, nice and polished. Sticker's not on there yet, but yeah, that's a pretty good before and after right there. Huh.
The harness really kills me.
The harness right there?
Yeah.
What you think?
I like it. I had fun cleaning it.
Yeah.
Clean the wrong side, because that piece is stuck on this one.
Hey, that just saves more time for tomorrow, you know? Yeah. He said, yeah.
Non-brindled.
So let's go ahead and get this popped off right now. Got my Ugga Dugga, you know what I mean? Oh yeah. For how rusted those were so far, it's coming off pretty good. Jesus.
the last
And probably gotta smack it off or pry it off or something. Pry bar. Yeah, I gotta smack it off. It's got some good rust. Got this guy over here cleaning, getting ready to throw on this whole side of the suspension. We got this guy doing hydro e-brake stuff. Yeah?
Yeah.
Having fun?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Got me over here cleaning with the Milwaukee, making this all nice and shiny, trying to get all this nasty crud off. Oh yeah, you see all that dust? Oh yeah. Okay, so we just got the lower control arms set up. I set them up to give us the maximum angle safely that we can run. So like basically the other thing I had to measure and set up, had to go through and do this little conversion. So we're just converting millimeters over into decimals, and then we have to convert the decimal over to a fraction. And I may have rounded just a bit, but within a 16th, that's fine. So these are looking 1,000 times better. Looks like I might have to jump in there and help them a little bit. Seems like, oh, that's a nice piece right there. Woo! But yeah, so that's how I got this arm set up. Now I have to go through and do the same thing to this one with my map. It shows where to pull your measurement from. So we're just going off of that. And this is for our maximum angle that we can run. It says we might have some chassis interference. So that's just a bridge we're gonna have to cross when we get there. Everything's gonna have to be adjusted on this thing, we're pretty sure. I mean, there's no way it's gonna be dead on or even close the first time. You know, the car's gonna get lowered, it's gonna go on the ground, we're gonna see how it sits, and then we're gonna be like, oh look, the front wheel's got some camber in them, let's try and bring that out or whatever. I mean, pretty sure I have to do a bunch of learning on just drift car setup suspension wise. And I mean, we could just make it just something nice to drive around on and something to get used to, and then once I get used to the car, we get used to the car, then we can make adjustments once we learn what they do, you know. But this is definitely a good base to start at. This is the what's it called, the Gktech super lock kit. So should be pretty good. Look at you over here just polishing, dude. She looking clean.
Getting the second one done.
Yeah, second one, huh?
Try to make it look like that one.
Yeah.
It's a big old Milwaukee.
Just on break right now.
Yeah.
Hot.
It's just a little warm.
Yeah, just going
My
hard on
wrist is
this.
just taking it.
Ooh. Got the hydro e-brake all set up. Willwood. That's something that I love to see. Woo! Look at that. The Infinity getting all sorts of love, huh?
Pretty fancy, dude.
It's a nice knob, dude. What? No sucky sucky?
I said I'm working, you suck it.
No, no sucky sucky. Look at that right there though. Let me bust out the flashlight. Look how much cleaner this whole setup is right here. So this makes me really happy. I don't know what we're gonna do about the front sway bar. Oh, it just goes through those? Alright, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
Whatever one lines up the best, you know, probably what, this one? Yeah.
That looks straight-ish, yeah. That's gonna sit
Once we go
different
down,
when it's on the ground
pull
too,
it.
yeah. So it's gonna go up, so that's gonna make it
go
try.
in.
Yeah, it's gonna go like that. So if we went there,
There we go.
and then when this goes up,
Yep, it should level.
oh yeah, that's all right, cool.
And we got this bed.
Woo! Starting to get a little tired, but so far this is as far as we've got. We got the new hubs on, lower control arms, coilovers, upper control arms, and then we have new inner tie rods, new outer tie rods. So this is the super lock kit. So we got a lot of angle right now, I guess. Still just kind of got everything mocked up, but this looks so much better and more clean just like this. It's starting to turn out real nice. Just got some more cleaning to do over here, it looks like. We'll get that all cleaned up. But yeah, she's coming together. Took a long time just to bust out that first half, huh?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Just a lot of little things.
A lot of
Making sure it's
measurements.
right.
And apparently these measurements might not even be right. The only measurement that I
think it
changed,
measurements are kind of gonna depend on how you measure the bottoms, though, too. You know.
yeah, I only changed one measurement from OEM, and that's the one down here. These are the only. I set these up for.
Change that, you're pushing that out too far, and that's why it's angled like that.
Yeah, so this is the only ones I've changed.
That's the top, and then we'll be good.
So learning, you know. I thought that had something to do with my angle down there, so that's why I went to full adjustment. So it's probably got a lot of camber right now. So adjustments, you know, learning. First time I've ever done something like this. We've ever done something like this. A lot of learning, definitely having fun, making our brains work, you know. But yeah, it's getting kind of tired, so probably just do a little bit of cleaning.
Yeah, looks like it's starting to rain. Oh, we just washed the cars today.
Yeah, it's starting to rain. Gotta push the cars back in the garage. So we got a giant mess to clean up. Boxes everywhere. But it was a successful night. So we're out of here for tonight. We'll pick back up tomorrow. All right, it is the next day. We went ahead and got one side of the brakes set up. Not too bad. From up here, it definitely looks like a big brake kit, but if you walk back here and you see the size of the car, it looks like they actually belong on there. I don't know how well the GoPro's picking that up, but yep, pretty sweet though. She's got a legit, pretty much full front end besides the sway bar. So coming out pretty nice, huh?
Fuck yeah.
Doing some custom goodness right here.
Somebody bought the wrong washers.
Okay, we're moving on to the back of the car. Got the rear hub pulled out. Got the axle hanging down. Getting new hub ready to put on. Then we're getting the rear brake brackets mocked up right now. So still nice and dirty under here. I'm gonna try and get it cleaned up as best as we can when everything's apart back here, because when we washed it, we didn't really take the wheels off before we washed it. So getting everything nice, polished up, spray down this side. Let this soak for a little bit before I start cleaning everything. Okay, so I just got the back side all pulled apart. She's all nice and dirty. Wish I had some better lights back here, but yep, she's nice and dirty. So we're gonna get the polish in. This side's almost done. All nice and clean.
And we're gonna go push those in.
Got new bearings and hubs, but this guy's not strong enough. Can't push them in. First
Dude.
time.
First time, yeah.
But yeah, these got to get pressed in. So we're gonna just
That's the next step after cleaning.
yeah, just gonna clean, get those pressed in, and then see if we wanna, I don't know, I guess we're just gonna kind of go from there. But making pretty good progress. She's almost, the suspension's almost all done.
24-hour suspension build.
Holy dab.
This will go a lot quicker though, I think. That everything was new and it was all, you know, it all has different pieces, you know, little
Lots of measurements. There ain't no measurements that I know of back here yet, you know?
fresh hubs, and then the dual e-brake. So we got to put the
bracket.
bracket on for the second calipers over here first, but there's no point in doing any of that because we need to go bracket, then hub, and then after that it's pretty much just basic stuff.
Need to get new drum brakes for the back too, just so it's all fresh.
Yeah, might as well do them.
Yeah.
Probably never have to do them again anyway. Oh, and
Thank
then
God.
the rear. We
The
gotta
rear
pop
shocks.
these out, and we got some parts in the trunk, so we're gonna have to do some cleaning there.
Do some digging, yeah, for sure. 2J should be here soon. It is Sunday right now, so we should be getting it back next week.
Yeah. So Monday we should be able to pick up the SR.
Yeah. So then we're gonna be pretty slammed. We're gonna have the 240 and a G35 getting worked on the same week. Whew.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully we can bang this thing out quick just to get it back to where it was, because I feel like we kind of went back a step, which was my fault, but
It's all good. Excited to tune this thing too.
yeah, we got a Nismo Tronic.
Go
Which,
throw her on the
puts it on,
rollers after we get the a speed density map. So it's gonna be ran off of a map sensor and
Yeah, intake 10.
IAT, yeah. And then we're just gonna get her dialed in a bit just on the street, and then we're gonna take her into the dyno, since I've never.
Right there, these just plug. Run these right here. These 3 are for the intake. No,
3 of
these
them
3
should
are
be
for the
map.
map sensor. These 2 are for the intake temp.
Yep.
And then this pretty much just converts it into the box, and then it's basically
We're gonna
like
build a
Honda.
nice harness out of that too, and then bring her to the dyno and just see how far we can push her with the ignition and stuff. We could probably get her
We don't
pretty
plan
close on the
making a lot
street.
of jam on it.
No,
mean,
just
I
something
know.
nice and responsive, you know. Rooch, rooch.
Yeah, it's just one of those cars I just enjoy to have, so it's kind of just something I would like to keep together and nice.
Yeah.
At least for now, you know.
Until he sees me swinging this thing, he's like, all right. All right, we're gonna get the cleaning and check back in a bit. Okay, we just got the rear hubs all put together, all brand new. Definitely need to get a press for the shop. They're really nice to have. They slid right on, and now we're just waiting for the parts store to get some rear brake drum pads. So we're gonna put these together and kind of just do what we can. All right, it's the next day. We are still working on the rear end. So for the big brake kit, we have to notch the dust shield. So it's notched right there. We got some new drum brakes for the e-brake, and the hubs are on there, looking nice. The dual caliper setup is looking great. Holy shit!
You just killed it.
Killed it.
Killed it.
It's all right. It's drum brakes. Everyone's favorite. I know I'm definitely not the best with them. I'm kind of learning as I go. You know, I'm used to calipers, and even just brakes ain't my thing, you know. I'd rather do other stuff, but we all gotta do what we don't like to do, right? So I got this on the ground, kind of got it set up how it goes, and I'm just gonna pretty much copy what's going on that side and make my notches using these nice little tin snips. Holy, almost hit my head and stuff. But yeah, cars coming along pretty great. We just need to figure out brake lines, and there's these cone pieces for the tie rod ends that the factory ball joint sits right there. So there's these cone pieces that we need to put up here to come through there, so we can bolt it up through here, or vice versa. But anyway, a cone needs to go through there on the top. Yeah, on the top, and then the bolt screws into it to help to hold this in. So I just ordered those, so we have to wait for those to come in the mail. So, and then that would pretty much complete the suspension, just brake lines and those 2 cone pieces, and whatever other obstacles we run into back here. We still have to pop off the struts and the springs. It's super nice. The struts pop off with just 2 bolts right there. So that's really nice and convenient. It's all nice and clean up in here. No more spider webs, spider eggs, all gone, nice and clean. She's coming along good. Big body coupe. Looks thick on the lift. So I got the bracket mocked up right there. Got the bolts just finger tight to make sure it's at least snug and nothing's gonna move. And I'm just gonna get my Sharpie. Just gonna mark around where it's gonna go, so that way I know where to cut. And then I'll go back through with something straight to make these lines nice and straight. Then I can just cut out this whole piece right here, and then I'm gonna give myself some room, so I'm actually gonna cut down here more. But this is just my reference point for right now, and this line might go something more like up here. Okay, so everything got notched up. We had to cut off the lip right here just because the rear rotor is so big, but it's all cut, and the bracket is notched out for it too, and then kind of rounded off the corners to make sure I don't got nothing super sharp back here that can potentially hurt me or somebody else in the future. But it is notched, so now I can throw this brand new hub on and then figure out how to put on those drum brakes. All right, so we're getting ready to unwrap the last of the BCs. So we got one side done in the back, and this video is getting pretty long, so this is probably where we'll end it now, and then we'll pick back up probably on the drivetrain swap, and we'll get a lot more in depth in that because everyone wants to see a 2JZ G35 because there's not a lot of them. They're definitely out there, and it's a common swap, common-ish, but it's just something fun to go ever. Everyone loves 2JZ shit, and we're gonna learn a bunch and have fun. So this is basically how it works. This is for just driving around. This is for the hydro e-brake. So you just pull the thing and it locks up this. So yeah, and then it's got the actual parking brake. That's the drum brake in here. And then so that's just for the parking e-brake. This is for the hydro e-brake, and this is just for driving around to have 4-disc brakes. The BCs are in. We haven't adjusted them, haven't put the car in the ground or nothing like that, but that's pretty much how it's gonna look when it's all done. So we got the brake lines ran for the hydro e-brake, and then yeah, we're just gonna probably have an early night tonight so I can catch up on some videos. I got 2 of them to do now, but car is making great progress.
Tell them we got the brake lines on the way.
Oh yeah, and I had to get new brake lines because the factory G35 brake lines, I was under the impression that they bolt up, but they do not. Maybe there's an adapter piece I'm missing or something like that. I do not know, but I hit up Z1 Motorsports where I got the brakes from, and I got the right set on the way for all 4 brakes. So that's gonna be 100% good, right? Clean, done right. And
Another set of rear pads here.
yeah, I need to get another set of rear pads because I
that.
didn't order them for this extra set because I bought this set after I bought the hydro e-brake, when they were like, well, you have to run the same caliper as the one in the front or the lines won't work or something like that. So
Oh yeah.
I need to get new pads.
We gotta figure out if we need to swap these over too.
Yeah.
Just in case somebody
And
notices that.
these are upside down right now. It says they're for the right rear, but to bleed the brakes, they might not want to bleed correctly with this facing down, because the factory brake has a bleeder facing upwards. This is facing down. It still says it's for the right rear, but we're thinking if we put this one on the left wheel, it's gonna flip it, and as long as it bolts upright and fits good, and the bleeder's on top, then we're gonna send it like that. Because I know on the hatch it's got Willwood front brakes, and they're really crucial about how you bleed them. They have bleeders on the top and on the bottom, and they said we could only bleed them on the top, right? Not even use the bottoms.
Yeah, I've had problems with stuff like that before. Parts store giving you the wrong caliper and you're not really paying attention, throwing it on, getting ready to bleed it, and then they just don't bleed. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, so we know from experience, brakes can be really picky with the way they like to bleed and whatnot. So We know this is not how factory intended to bleed that, so we're gonna try and set it up as closely to factory as possible to ensure that we won't have any issues. You know, there's always issues in a fresh build, but we're getting pretty close to making most of those issues go away. So we'll see with this car. You know, we're thinking everything's done right so far. It's just we just gotta put all the knowledge we got in this car, especially on all the suspension stuff, just to make sure that it's set up right and good to go. So it's close, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Next video, we're gonna dive into the swap because I think the motors should be done right about now. So we're gonna go to the machine shop, bug them tomorrow, at least I am, and we're gonna get moving on that, and then we'll pick up the camera and just get more into details about what's going where, what we have to convert, what we have to build adapter for, or what, like whatever the case is. So we're gonna fab up all the intercooler piping. We're gonna modify the front core support for the intercooler and whatnot, and then I don't know, just find out if we're missing stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, bunch of detail about how to dive into a swap that's not for a car like this. It's gonna be our first one here too, I think. First major swap that's in a different chassis car. I mean, I guess Nissan getting a Toyota engine, completely different, you know?
Yep.
All right, we are out of here though.
Yep.
Peace.
Till next time.
Till next time.